The following is a presentation of Lion's Heart Media. Any use, rebroadcast, or redistribution of this broadcast without the express written consent of Lion's Heart Media is strictly prohibited. Low snap, Cordes has it, looks to throw, has Cook, he has the record, and he has 6. See you later, touchdown South Allegheny. Shoemaker backside, Miller their header, he scores! Black cross court deflected, diving dig house, Monac for the win, got it! Looks right side, batted away, well Horsky with the reception, and hauled down by Janko. Looks to throw, comes back across, they set up the screen to Ruffin room to run, there goes Ruffin, running wild into his own man, see you later, 75 yards. Friday Night Lights from McKeesport as it's a 4A star-studded showdown here this evening on MVI Live. Alex Lyons with you as we get set for the Tigers and the Fightin' Planets right here on MVI Live. Stars all around. McKeesport honors the 2005 District and State Championship team and looking to knock off Mars for the 4th time all-time in the 4th ever meeting between Mars and McKeesport. McKeesport won the first 3, including both last year in the semifinal, most recently 35-7. Keon Spell was dominant in both performances last year for the McKeesport Tigers against Mars. 200-plus rushing yards in both games, 5 total touchdowns in the semifinals, 281 on the ground, and runs of 55, 36, and 56. Coach Kasparovich said one of the best running backs he's seen, putting him up in the likes of Tyke Hayes and company. But this is a very good McKeesport Tiger squad that once again comes into section play with a record maybe not where they wanted to be. They're 4-3, 2-0 on the season, but injuries all around. And Coach Matt Miller said, hey, this is probably the worst we have ever seen in my 10 years at the helm of the McKeesport Tigers when it comes to injury. Keon Spell's been out. Both offensive and defensive tackles and ends have been out. Wingbacks have missed time. Free safety Brian Jones has missed time. But everyone is basically back this week, besides Chance Sheridan, who's out for the season with a knee injury. Said, this squad has really handled the injuries very well. It hasn't bothered them. They've been next guy up mentality. And there's a lot of stuff designed in our playbook for certain guys, a.k.a. Keon Spell, which they haven't been able to use. But everybody back, and it's the biggest game of the year so far for McKeesport and Mars. Talking to Coach Miller, said it's going to be a great matchup. They have a high-powered offense that's been putting up big numbers the last couple of weeks, but we're finally getting healthy. It should make for a great game. They have a really good defense that pitched 2 shutouts in a row, and we need to be on our game here this evening. McKeesport 1-3 when Keon Spell does not play a full game. When Keon plays the full game, they're 3-0. Well, he's getting set to go tonight against the Mars Fightin' Planets, who come in 6-1, 2-0. Lone loss to Aliquippa 19-6. Tigers again 3-0 all-time against Mars, 28-7 at Mars last year in the semifinals at Gateway, 35-7 McKeesport. Last time these two squads played at McKeesport, it was the 2022 first round, and McKeesport was a 43-0 victor on that evening. Tigers have scored 106 points, averaging 35.3 points per game against the Mars Fightin' Planets. Mars just 14 points, 4.7 points per game. But Coach Kasparovich, just like Coach Miller said, hey, we're kind of peaking at the right time after, a slow start at the beginning of the year. We turned the ball over quite a bit. We started to get better, and we're starting to finally get back to full strength. Couple small injuries here and there, but we are finally back to where we want to be. as a team. And this is a team that's loaded with talent. Of course, you look no further, starting with Aiden Yoakum, second leading rusher in the WPIAL. 3 200-plus yard games this season, including a 327-yard game versus Montour, breaking Eric Kasparovich Jr.'s record against Knock of 306 in a game. He also in that game broke the most carries in school history in a single game with 35, as he has 1,242 yards so far this season, which is good enough for 16th all-time in a single season for Mars. And, of course, on the outside, Gabe Hine, three-time all-conference Sacred Heart commit. He holds basically every receiving record, single-season receiving records for receptions and yards. Single-season touchdown record he doesn't have, but hey, he is well in reach of that, as he has 7 this year. The record is 10. The record is 9, held by Eli Brooks, and he has 7 so far this year, so most likely his record by the end of the year. Number 1 in career receptions, career yards, and career receiving touchdowns. Also most receptions in a single game with 10 versus Montour, and most yards in a single game with 205 versus Kiski. And his head coach says Gabe is just a playmaker. He's our Mr. Everything, and he'll be a big part of this offense here today. McKeesport claimed the section crown last year, and they're looking to do it again. Mars, last 2 years, semifinal bound. They've lost both times. To Aliquippa in 03, to McKeesport in 2024, as they're trying to get past that hump and get back to a conference title for the first time since 2023. This is a team trying to get back to the district title game for the first time since 2002, when they lost to Seton LaSalle 20-6. They were also there in 96 when they lost to Aliquippa in the 2A title 26-16 that season. McKeesport, on the other hand, they've been in the last 2 championships. They've lost them both. Last year to Thomas Jefferson. Year prior to Aliquippa. 28 straight playoff appearances for this Tiger squad. That's 3rd most in the WPIAL, tied, or just behind TJ and Aliquippa, tied at 30. Again, and Thomas Jefferson on a down year here this season. As we get set for Mars and McKeesport, 4th meeting all-time, Coach Kasparovich will go for win number 113 in his 12-year career between Pine Richland and Mars, as the Fightin' Planets just trying to get over that semifinal hump and get to the next level, as this is a squad that, Coach Kasparovich predicted to win the section title coming into the year. His prediction coming in was Mars, McKeesport, West Mifflin, then Knock, 1-4, and it will be a big step tonight if Mars can get their first ever win against McKeesport. And for them to do it, they're going to have a big game out of their bell cow back, as we're looking at both bell cow backs tonight for our Alliance Art Media players to watch, as it is Aiden Yoakum, second leading rusher in the WPIL, over 150 carries and over 1,200 rushing yards with 11 touchdowns. 3 200-plus yard games. He has been brilliant this season, replacing Kasparovich and looking for another big-time performance today. Finally healthy on the other side and ready to go here tonight. Keon Spell, the number 1 player in the state, number 1 running back in the country, number 8 overall player in the country as well. The 5-star, 587 rushing yards on the season and 10 touchdowns. Keon in the semis last year, 330-plus yard runs, as Keon will look to break loose once again tonight, as he will be running behind a very good Tiger offensive line. But the thing is, Yoakum will be doing the same. Both lines absolutely stout. A lot of returning starters on both sides on the offensive and defensive line. Again, no Sheridan for the Tigers, but Winowich, Sibilia, Powell, and Daniels on that offensive line for McKeesport. On the other side, Sean Franklin, Colton Ewing, Adam Budzelik, along with Maestra and Tyler Whitling. Both will be trying to open big-time holes, as they will also both feature a first-year starting quarterback. Obviously, Matt Miller in his first year under his dad. He has led this team to a 4-3 record, just picked up an offer from St. Vincent. We've seen him be more mobile as of late. 419 through the air, 95 rushing yards, 4 rushing touchdowns for Matt Miller. On the other side, it's the sophomore, Colin Uriznik. Uriznik won the job from Nate Walker, who came in last year as the backup quarterback when Luke Goodwin went down with an injury. So after losing Luke Goodworth to an injury, it was Walker as a freshman leading this team to a semifinal, but Uriznik won the starting job in the offseason, and he's led Mars to a 6-1 record. We will take a break, come back, opening kickoff when we come back, right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live. It's the 4A showdown, number 1 versus number 2, Mars versus McKeesport, and it's coming up next right here on MVI Live as the Tigers are welcomed on by this home crowd on a beautiful Friday night for high school football. There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee, Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community and More.
Douglas Education Center is right here at home, fast, focused, and hands-on. Our short-term programs take you from the classroom to a career in months, not years. With small classes, real equipment, and instructors who've done the work, you'll build the skills you need for a family-sustainable future. From day one to hired, we're in your corner. Douglas Education Center, changing lives every day. Start now at dec.edu.
Located in Belle Vernon, Pennsylvania, Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness has been serving the community for years. From teenage athletes to elderly rehabs, your health is their mission. Serving through passion, purpose, and new technology, Emilio and his team are skilled, dedicated, and led by faith because they believe God works through people. Focused on true healing, not medicating pain. You don't need insurance, just the intention to value your health. Be proactive, not reactive, by calling Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness.
Hoods up, Quick Lube. It's time for a change. For years, you've been told to keep your vehicle running in peak condition with regular scheduled maintenance. But fitting it into your schedule can be a real hassle. You need a place that offers oil and filter changes, tire repair and rotation, light bulb and wiper replacements, and more. And it's all done quickly and correctly. For additional information, browse our website, give us a call, or come see us today.
It's time to customize your ride with TC Customized in Jefferson Hills. Wheels, rims, and tires, along with lift kit and lowering kits, full service auto detailing, along with custom audio systems, remote starts, alarms, custom lighting, tints, and so much more. Whatever your need is, you can completely customize your ride today at TC Customized. Call today at 412-384-5300. Tigers have won the toss. They want the football as we get set to get underway. Nazovich will send things away. Friday Night Lights from McKeesport underway. Right side taken as the Tigers look to get a big spark early on as curling into space, Akeem Cochran up over the 45 to the 44-yard line. And that's where the Tigers will start tonight. Akeem Cochran on the return. Shoots up to the 46. So great starting field position here for McKeesport. 11:53 opening quarter. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Axe Winowich, Matt Sibilia, Joe Sibilia, Justin Powling, Caden Daniels, Miller under center. Keon Spell the back. Stinson near side along with Robinson. As man in motion, right hand off, Spell, Keon bounces, but nowhere to go. Off the edge, greeting Spell in the backfield. It's Liam Corcoran. As Corcoran shoots the gap, and it's a TFL for Corcoran, his third TFL of the season. So loss of one. Bierman gonna replace Michael Wright Jr. As Matt Miller brings the play in from the sideline. Also out of the bench is Everett. Ninth-ranked wide receiver in his recruiting class, Robinson far side, Stinson near side. Miller in the gun. Handoff fake. Now Miller cuts up the gut over the 50. Tripped up in progress by Gabe Dental, the all-time leading tackler in Fight and Planet history. As it's going to be third down and about 3 to go for the Tigers. So 3rd and 3 here from the Fight and Planet 47. As Matt Miller, his first carry, positive yards. Picked up 8 on first down. Joe Sibilia leads the troops to the line. Spell the back. Gabe Miller, wing back left, wing back right. It's Michael Wright Jr. As up the gut, the Tigers go, and no gain on the play. Kuza Crea and Bud Zellick clog everything up with Dental shooting up, and it's going to be 4th down and 3 for the Tigers. 4th and 3 with 10:06 rolling clock. Tigers gonna go. Spell puts his hand in the dirt. Hard count by Miller. No jump. Now a little step back up. A lot of pressure off the edge. This squad, 46 TFLs on the season for the Mars Fighting Planets. Krasinski and Stamper have sealed the edge all season long. Right in motion. Handoff kept by Miller. Powers forward. He needed 3 and got just that. As Matt Miller, a 3-yard run on 4th and 3. So Miller picks up the first, and the Tigers, new set of downs here. So McKeesport on the march here on their opening drive, as the Tigers set things up on the 43-yard line of Mars. Miller under center, Keem on the back, double wing back in motion. It's Cochran around the edge, has the edge. Akeem Cochran down the sideline, tripped up and falls down around the 8. As Akeem Cochran shoots the right side, and it's going to be 1st down and goal from the 8. 35 yards, Akeem Cochran on the run. First and goal from the 8. Hand off right side. Spell gets the edge. Pylon and touchdown Tigers. Keon Spell into the end zone. And McKeesport right down the field and right on the board as the 5-star running back pays it off from 8 yards away. Keon Spell. 8:29 opening quarter action. Tigers, a 4th and 3 conversion leads to a Spell touchdown. Heasley on to attempt the PAT for McKeesport. As high snap put down, Heasley puts it up, and Heasley puts it through, and it's 7-0 McKeesport. 54 yards on the drive. Just over 3 minutes it goes, and into the end zone. McKeesport out in front early on as Keon Spell has himself a payday early on. 3 minutes, 24 seconds, 54 yards, and a Keon Spell strike. As Abe Miller gets set to give possession back to Mars for the first time tonight, and it will be the first time we get to see Colin Uriznik Uriznik on the season, the sophomore, 774 through the air. And Aiden Yoakum over 1,200 rushing yards. Back deep to receive, near side Yoakum. Far side, it's Mr. Everything for Mars. That's Gabe Hine, the Sacred Heart commit. As Abe Miller gets set to send this one away and give the Fightin' Planets the ball for the first time tonight. Squibbed up, takes a hop, far side 30. Cutting back up the gut and shy of the 40-yard line is Mars on the return, as Mars will set up first down and 10 from the 37. So from their own 37, 8:21. Quarter number one, Mars looking to answer. As Uriznik leads the troops out to the line. The sophomore gunslinger. Stacked wide receivers both sides. Yoakum flanking left. Uriznik, high snap, puts it in the belly of Yoakum as Mike Wright at the point of attack slams him down. No gain on first down. And it's second down and 10. Clock ticks down to the 8-minute mark. Mike Wright shoots the gap right into Aiden Yoakum as the senior takes a big blow there. Near side, Brody Spencer. He's going to line up with Brady Brendan. Far side, Gabe Hine. As Yoakum flanking right of Uriznik. Uriznik. Hand off, left side sweep, as once again in the backfield, the Tiger defense. Keon Spell gets in the backfield, and it's a loss on second down. Back to the 31. Third and 17, four receiver set. As Uriznik, pressure comes, he escapes, rolls out, crossbody throw, almost intercepted. In and out of the hands of the 5'9" senior of Von Hudson. As Hudson almost had a takeaway, and his eyes would have been on the end zone. Tigers picture perfect start, 3 and out. .704 remaining here in quarter number one. Ball on the Mars 32-yard line. Uriznik on to punt. Standing back at his own 16, rolling snap. Uriznik gets it back. Near side, going to be picked by Javian Robinson. Robinson shimmy to the outside 40, spins up to the 45, and that's a dangerous duo to have to kick to for any two. Four-star wide receiver Javian Robinson on the near side. Far side, five-star running back Keon Spell. As Javian Robinson hook up over the 40. And McKeesport starts this one at their own 45. .650 first quarter action. Drive will start at the 49-yard line, 7-0. McKeesport leading Mars. Second drive of the game for the Tigers. Matt Miller under center. As Miller. Hand off around the edge. Everett, no room to run. As once again, the Fightin' Planets of Mars get in the backfield. It's Dental on the stop as the middle linebacker up to greet Everett. So no gain on first down. Going to be 2nd and 10 from the Tiger 49. 6.5 on the game clock here in the opening quarter. 7-0 McKeesport off an 8-yard touchdown run by Keon Spell. Set up by the Akeem Cochran run through the outside. All after a 4th down conversion by Matt Miller. Extra man on, and that's going to draw a flag, but a timeout first called by Coach Miller, saving the flag. 7-0 Tigers, 2nd down and 10 when we come back right here on MVI Live. So Tigers end up not being charged a timeout. They broke the huddle with an extra man. So penalty on the Tigers, sets up 2nd down and 15. Hand off up the middle. Keon Spell. Spell-sational as Spell right down Broadway. Deep into Mars territory. Keon Spell from his own 44 down to the 12. 44 yards for Keon Spell. Keon broke off big ones in the semi. That's his first big run of the night. So Keon Spell picks up the first down. I formation. Spell dotting. As Miller, handoff, Spell, left side, Keon inside the 10, and Spell down to the 5-yard line, leading the way. Was the left side of that line, and the left guard, Matt Sibilia. 2nd down and 3 from the 5-yard line. Move the ball back 1 to the 6, but no problem. 2nd down and short. As handoff, first man through. It's Bierman with no room to run. As Miller kept it from Bierman, kept it from Spell, and took the hit. 424, 1-yard gain for Matt Miller, the senior. 4 down real estate most likely for the Tigers. Staring down the barrel at 3rd down and 4 from the 5. Robinson out far side, I formation. Miller under center as Matt Miller. Hand off, Spell, right side, end zone, touchdown again. Keon times 2. This one from 5 yards away. And Spell out in front early with a pair against Mars. 5-yard touchdown run by Keon Spell. And Spell is struck twice here in the opening quarter. 3:58 remaining as the Ayton Planets give up another 50-plus yard drive that results in a Tiger touchdown as Heasley makes it 14-0. And what feels like a big drive upcoming for Mars. Two minutes, 52 seconds. Keon Spell, a 44-yard run, setting up his 2nd touchdown of the game. 14-0 lead here for the McKeesport Tigers. So big drive coming for Mars, down 14-0. They've yet to pick up a first down in this ball game. 3:58, first quarter action. A pair of touchdowns for the 5-star running back, Keon Spell. 2 big 30-plus yard runs. We talked about that. Mars a little bit prone to giving up the big run play, and they've done that here tonight twice. 35-yard run by Cochran and a 44-yard run by Keon Spell as Heasley boots this one deep. Yoakum pedals back, picks it up around the 4. Aiden Yoakum left side, right up the seam, and he plows his way to the 30-yard line. So Aiden Yoakum will set up drive number 2 for Mars as the ball will be placed down at the 29. 3:49 here in quarter number 1. 14-0, McKeesport leading as they move the ball up to the 30. Nonetheless, it will be drive number 2 and trying to figure it out. Negative yards so far in this opening quarter, -7 yards so far in the first quarter as high snap. Yoakum up the gut, breaks one through the middle, tripped up as he goes end over end and knocked down around the 38-yard line. As Yoakum was chopped down, looked like Keon Spell maybe coming to make that Brian Jones, the safety, coming up and putting the hit on him. Twin receivers near side, high snap again. Yoakum gets up over the 40 and picks up the first down. First down of the game for the Mars Fighting Planets with 3:12 rolling clock here in the first. As Wright going to come out, replaced by Hudson as substitutions both side. It's Brady Brennan coming near side with Brody Spencer. High far side, H-back left in the form of Ethan Krasinski. Krasinski just one reception on the season, but he's been a big blocker for Yoakum. As Uriznik looks to throw, he finds his man down the near side. It's Brady Brennan. And into Tiger territory. "15-yard pitch and catch. Uriznik to Brennan. As Yoakum right side has a hole, and Aiden Yoakum able to power forward up to the 35 as McKeesport starting to give up chunk play after chunk play on this drive after a 3-and-out. 2:06 rolling clock here in the first. Second down and 2 from the Tiger 35. H-back left, Jamison Garvin. And a jump on the right side. Was it the big left tackle Sean Franklin, or was it the Tigers? And they hit the Tigers with the penalty. Automatic first down as they only needed 2. So the 5-yard penalty moves the chains. And the clock will wind once again. Ball down to the 30. Far side lining up Smith Dunaway. Near side Gabe Heim. They've yet to look in their leading receiver's direction so far tonight. H-back left. That's in the form of Garvin. Hand off Yoakum. Patience up the middle. He'll be shy of the 25. Stopped down at the 26-yard line. As in the middle, McKeesport able to stiffen up defensively. Justin Powell there to wreak some havoc and stop him short of the line to gain. They mark him down at the 27. High near side once again. Krasinski H-back left. Twin receivers up top. Yoakum flanking right side. As Uriznik looks to pass, has time, fires across the middle, and it's knocked away in the second level. The Tigers able to knock it free on the far side. As for McKeesport, Swindle able to get a hand on it and knock it away on 2nd and 7. Uriznik on 3rd down, high pass intended for Dunaway, incomplete. And it's going to be 4th down and 7. Nezovic, the kicker, he's hit from 35 this season. He's 3 for 3. Offense will stay on the field on 4th and 7. Looking for a big conversion here. 4 receiver set. Uriznik. Hard snap, no jump. Trips up top. Yoakum the back on 4th down and 7 from the 27. Uriznik has time to throw all day. Across the middle. Got his man. It's his favorite target. Gabe Hine hauling in his 33rd reception of the season. And on 4th and 7, they pick up 16. So Hine, his first catch, goes for a first down on 4th down and 7. On what was most likely the penultimate play of the opening quarter, barring an incompletion here. 20 seconds remaining in quarter number 1. Uriznik looks to pack, looks to throw, floats one near side, cuts back inside as Krasinski going to be hauled down around the 2-yard line. So Krasinski gets it down to the 2 on the quick hitter from Uriznik. And that will end the opening frame. Tigers up 14, but the Fightin' Planets looking to fight back as they're knocking on the end zone door. We'll see if they can punch it in when we come back right here on MVI Live.
With over 30 years of experience, RTI Insurance Services is the clear choice in insurance providers for both individuals and businesses. At RTI, we've been upholding the highest standard of fiduciary responsibility for our clients. For your insurance needs, contact Mike Williamson at 724-263-0359. RTI Insurance Services, we've got you covered.
Transform your home or business with Pittsburgh's go-to painting experts, Weiser Painting Company. Locally owned and operated, our team is committed to delivering top-tier craftsmanship with integrity, reliability, and professionalism. From the first consultation to the final brushstroke, we ensure a seamless, stress-free experience. Whether you're refreshing your home's interior or protecting your commercial property, you can count on us. Call today for your free quote at 412-559-8515. Weiser Painting Company, lasting quality and superior service. We switch ends of the field. Tigers lead by 14. Mars trying to cut it down to a 7-point deficit. Second quarter upon us as the ball lies at the 1-yard line. Garvin the back, hand off, up the gut, Jamison, Garvin, right up the chute, and it's a 1-yard touchdown run to start the second. Garvin gets into the end zone for the 3rd time this season, and Mars gets themselves on the score sheet on the first play of quarter number 2. The Fightin' Planets fight their way down the field onto the board as Nezovich on to attempt the PAT. Nezovich puts it up and puts it through. 70-yard drive, and it's now 14-7. Tigers out in front. 11:57 remaining here in the opening half. And at the half, it'll be our B Graphics halftime interview with Keon Spell of the McKeesport Tigers, the #1 ranked player in the state of Pennsylvania. So make sure you stick around for that. 70 yards, 3 minutes, 52 seconds, and a score for the Mars Fightin' Planets, cutting the deficit down to just 7 here in the second. (15-yard). Uriznik to Brennan, and then a 4th and 7, 16-yard completion. Uriznik to Hine to keep the drive alive and keep things going, eventually leading to a touchdown for the Mars Fightin' Planets. Cochran far side, near side, Keon Spell. Nezovich on to kick. Frank Nezovich, the senior, has it teed up. 14-7 lead as Nezovich, right foot boot near side, and wanders out of bounds at the far side 24. So flag will fly on the kick out of bounds, and the Tigers will have great starting field position once again. Drive 1 from their own 46. Drive number 2 from their own 49. And now they'll start drive number 3 with 11:57 remaining in the opening half, out at their own 35. 2 30-plus yard runs, one by Akeem Cochran down to the 8, the other by Keon Spell for 44. Robinson near side, Spell the back, wing back right, Abe Miller, wing back left, Mike Wright Jr. Miller under center as Matt keeps it left side, and Matt Miller going to be spun down as grabbing Miller at the lower half is going to be Corcoran, as Corcoran finishes off Miller after a gain of 4 on first down. Second Second down and 6 to go. Give Miller one more, make it 2nd and 5. 11:33. Clock continues to roll here in the opening half. Keon Spell, the deep back. Robinson near side. H-back right at Keem Cochran. Right, left side. They go to Cochran. Cochran around the edge. Bounces outside and more. Over the 50 and forced out of bounds on the far side with a flag in the second level. As Akeem Cochran forced out by Aiden Yoakum, but a first down there for Akeem Cochran and the McKeesport Tigers barring the flag. And this one looks like it's going against McKeesport. McKeesport offense averaging 23.7 per game. Mars giving up just 10, and they gave up 14 in the first half. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. As near side official having a word with the McKeesport coaches. As there was 2 flags on the play. We'll wait to see what the call is, as they are going to back McKeesport up after the second down carry by Akeem Cochran. And then a personal foul after it. So 2 fouls, holding against the Tigers, and a dead ball personal foul against Yoakum and Mars. So Aiden Yoakum, the late hit out of bounds after the hold. So Tigers end up benefiting through 2 penalties, not offsetting due to the fact it was a dead ball foul on Yoakum. As full sail change on the wing-back position for the Tigers. Clock sits at 11:13 remaining here in quarter number 2 as McKeesport breaks the huddle. 1st and 10 from their own 48. Miller in the gun. Twin back look as Miller gives it to Spell right up the gun, and Keon Spell charges forward down to the 45 as Spell gain of 7 on first down. Going to be 2nd down and 3 to go for the McKeesport offense. 2nd down and 3. Clock ticks down inside of 11. As Matt Miller looking to go 3 for 3 on touchdown drives today for McKeesport. Callwood out near side, Robinson far side, Miller in the gun, double H back left. Keon follows the left side and powers forward for a gain of 3 and a first down for the Tigers. 14-7, McKeesport leads. As Keon Spell picks up the line to gain once again for McKeesport. And Tigers finally healthy. And their offense running at full cylinders here tonight as Bierman right side, Spell left side, in between Miller. 3 receiver set, low snap. Miller, first pass of the night, steps up, won't come as he'll take off inside the 40. Get down to the 38-yard line and tripped up there as doubling back was the defensive line and Maestra. So the 5'11 junior Maestra on the stop. Going to be 2nd down after Miller takes off. Second down, 6 to go. McKeesport looking to go 3 for 3, regain a 2-possession lead, 14-7 with 9:23. Clock rolling here in the second. Right H back left. Man in motion for the Tigers. As Miller, handoff, Spell up the gut, no running room, but Keon keeps the legs churning. Lost the football, but they blow it dead as Yoakum had no one near him. But they blow that play dead before Yoakum could head back the other way. So they call Spell down and no scoop and score for Yoakum. Mars was hoping for the first takeaway of the game. They forced 11 this season. 7 interceptions, 4 fumbles. They've also blocked 3 kicks, 2 field goals, 1 punt. And a false start on 3rd down and 3. So back it up, make it 3rd down and long now for the Tigers. Third and 8, clock down inside of the 9-minute mark as we near 8 minutes remaining in the opening half. Tigers, 3rd down, 8 to go. Most likely 4 down real estate here for McKeesport. So 2 plays to get 8 yards. As whistle blows, timeout will be called as the Tigers will take their first timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 3rd down and 8 for McKeesport when we come back right here on MVI Live.
There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community, and More.
3rd down and 8 with 7:54 remaining in the half. As Miller keeps it in his pocket. Miller pitch out, Bierman on the edge, and Bierman plows down towards the 30, and Bierman's going to be knocked out at the 32. That's the line he needed, so they will move the chains on 3rd and 8. Bierman gets 8. Eight-yard run by Bierman. 14-7 Tigers lead. 7:23 remaining here in the opening half. Bierman in the middle, Spell dotting the I. Robinson left side, wide out lone receiver. As Spell right up the chute, and Keon Spell works his way down to the 25-yard line. Dental comes up to put the hit on, and it's going to be 2nd down and short. More positive yards after a negative carry on the first touch of the game for Spell. Already 2 touchdowns and a TFL for Spell in this ball game. (14-7) Tigers lead. I formation, Robinson out left. Bierman in the middle, Miller under center. As Miller gives off to Spell. Spell right side, breaks a tackle, and he does it again. Keon Spell, spellbounding for his 3rd of the opening half, running through defenders, losing the helmet and all, and no problem for Keon Spell. The hat trick of touchdowns in Keon Spell. Payday once again. (20-7), the Tigers increase their advantage. As the kick is up and no good. Yoakum gets a hand on it. 3rd blocked kick of the season for Yoakum. 25-yard touchdown run by Spell. PAT does not go. So the Tigers go 65 yards. They find pay dirt for the 3rd straight drive. PAT would not fall with 6:26 remaining here, quarter number 2. Second quarter scoring in favor of Mars. Tigers lead though 20-7 here at home. As Yoakum back deep to receive with Gabe Heim. Abe Miller has it teed up at his own 40-yard line, getting set to give possession back to the Fighting Planets. First time wouldn't go, second time it did. Off of Ethan Krasinski, and he'll just fall on the football at the 31-yard line. And that's where drive number 3 will start for Mars with 6:20 remaining here in the opening half of play. First down and 10 for the Fighting Planets from their own 30. As near side, here's Heim, almost tripped up, gets the edge. Gabe Heim cuts back inside and is going to be hauled down at the near side 30. As Rowe saves a touchdown. But Heim all the way down inside the 30. 34-yard pitch and catch. Second big catch by Heim as Yoakum up the middle down to the 20-yard line. As Aiden Yoakum finds a hole, 5:40 here in what looks like is going to be a shootout tonight. Second down and 2 to go after the 34-yard pitch and catch by Uriznik to Heim, and then the run by Yoakum. Yoakum gets another call. Right up the gut, Yoakum goes. He's going to be toppled down at the near side as Nick Bierman there on the stop for the McKeesport Tigers. Right in the heart of that defense. First and 10 from the 15. Mars on the march, wasting no time. Uriznik looks to throw, screen pass set up to Heim. Heim gets the edge, powers forward, give him one. As Swindle on the far side, the 5'10 senior linebacker shoots over to make the stop, keeping Heim to just one on first down. Second down and 9, 4:43 remaining here in the opening half as the Fighting Planets looking to go 2 for 2 in this half on drives. After being held to a 3-and-out and a -7-yard first drive, they're looking to score on their last 2 and cut the lead down to just 6. As early movement up front on the Mars Fighting Planets. False start will back up Mars. So instead of second down and 9, make it second and 14. 20-7, the Tigers lead. 4:24 remaining. Again, if Mars plays their cards right and the defense comes up big, they will get the football with a chance to take the lead, possibly to start half number 2. Uriznik, quick hitter, right side, finds his man once again. Gabe Heim hauls in another. The Sacred Heart commit, the all-time leader in basically every receiving category, gets the penalty yardage back, so make it third down and 9. 4:04 remaining in the opening half. Spell will replace Rowe out on defense. Third down, they make it 8 officially after the pitch and catch. Handoff, Yoakum right side. Aiden Yoakum going to be shy of the 10 as the heart of that defense stiffens. Bierman in on the stop with some help from Sibilia as it's going to be fourth down and decision time for Coach Kasparovich. And it looks like the field goal unit going to come on. Three for 3 is Nezevich. .28-yard attempt by Nezevich. As Tigers take their penultimate timeout of half number 1. As Nezevich will stare down the barrel of a 28-yard field goal. 3 for 3 on the season. He's hit from 35, but we'll see if this timeout maybe changes the thought process for the the Mars offense. Mars trying to make it a 10-point game with 3:29 remaining here in quarter number 2. Just a reminder, at the half, it will be our B Graphics halftime interview with Keon Spell of the McKeesport Tigers. So make sure you stick around with that, as we had a chance to talk to the #1 player in the state of Pennsylvania. And they are going to stick with the 28-yard field goal attempt by Frank Nezevich, the 5'10", 155 senior from the right hash. Will look to make it a 10-point game. Cofield the hold, the kick is up, and the kick by Nezevich is good. And the Planets back on the board as Mars puts up a trio from 28 yards away. It's Nezevich. So drive stalls out, but they're able to put 3 on the board. (20-10) with 3:24 remaining. (20-10). As McKeesport, with just 1 timeout, will get the football back. Nezevich will send one back as he'll angle it near side and taken by an up man on the near side for the Tigers. They'll start at the 31-yard line. As for McKeesport, working back on the return was Eugene Wright, the senior. So McKeesport takes over. Ball will lie on the Tiger 31. 3:19 remaining. Spell right up the gut. Keon breaks a tackle, second level. Knocked down at the 49 by Corcoran. As the Tigers pick up the line to gain and then some. Keon Spell to the 48. 1st and 10 McKeesport. 3 for 3 tonight on drives. 20-10 the Tigers lead. 17-yard run by Keon Spell. (14-0) after 1, 20-10 right now with 2:45 remaining. Spell goes left side this time, and Keon Spell down the sideline, cuts inside, and Spell hauled down at the 1. Again, Keon Spell. This time it's 51 yards. First and goal from the 1 after Spell goes for 51. 4th drive of the game. First 3 have all resulted in 6. Hudson the deep back, this time by Miller under center. He'll try left side, and Miller will not get there as of now, as the right side of that defense holds. Jamison Garvin and Aiden Yoakum come up to force Miller short of the line to gain, so no gain on 1st and goal from the 1. Keon went for 51 yards, was not in there on that play. Hudson will come out down to 1:18 remaining. If you're the Tigers also, You don't necessarily need to hurry things up here. Miller. Handoff left side and getting to the end zone. It's gonna be Everett. Touchdown Tigers. The 1-yard run. Everett into the end zone. (26-10). Tigers will go for 2. So Everett able to work left side. 26-10. McKeesport on top of Mars. Trying to prove last week's closely contested affair was an anomaly, not a norm, after they went back and forth with the West Mifflin Titans. As Keon Spell, the deep back, Bierman in the middle, Miller. Handoff, Spell right up the gut, and Keon Spell gets into the end zone for 2 more. So Tigers get the 2 back, and now the Fightin' Planets find themselves down by 18 with 1:07 remaining. (69-yard drive for McKeesport. 2 minutes, 12 seconds, 3 timeouts left for the Mars Fightin' Planets. And their offense has been high octane tonight, but they'll have to be as quick as they've ever been so far in this opening half if they want to go 2 for none. 1:07 on the clock. They have big playability. Can they strike going into the locker room and then get the ball to start and make this a ball game once again? As Abe Miller has it teed up. Far side, Gabe High. Near side, it's Aiden Yoakum. Miller checking, making sure all order is set, and Abe kicks one off the hop. Yoakum from the 18, Aiden Yoakum. Sidestep near side, up over the 30 to the 33-yard line, and that's where he's going to be tripped up, and that's where the offense will take over for Mars, as on the stop was Peterson, the sophomore, or Devron Peterson, the sophomore, up on the stop. 1:01 and 3 timeouts for Mars. Plenty of time to go as Mars, high-octane offense, absolutely can at least get in field goal range. Four receivers set. Uriznik looks to throw, quick across the middle. Yoakum makes one man miss, now another. Knocked down from behind after a gain of 9. As Mike Wright Jr. on the stop. 2nd down and 1. Clock ticks down to 53. 2nd down and about an inch. Uriznik will look to throw again. Pressure comes up the gut, fires one sideline out of bounds. It was in the vicinity of Dunaway, but out of bounds, and now 2nd down. Or actually, they gave 10 on that last play, so make it 2nd and 10. So they gave Yoakum the line to gain on that 1st down play, and then the incompletion. So make it 2nd down, 10 to go. 44 seconds on the game clock. Ball on the Fightin' Planet 41. As Mars looks to get in the end zone late. Quick out Yoakum, and Yoakum will get to the edge. On 2nd down, he picks up just 1. Mars still all 3 timeouts as Abe Miller will check out, replaced by Caden Daniels, the senior defensive end. 3rd down and 9. Trips near side, 1 receiver up top. Yoakum the back on 3rd down and 9 as Uriznik looks to throw across the middle, incomplete. He was looking in the vicinity of Smith Dunaway, but on the coverage, Avant Hudson, the senior, says no. And a punt coming for the Planets with 35 seconds remaining. Spell near side, far side, Robinson. It's a pick your poison situation as Wright pressures. Left side it goes, off the hop, Robinson lets it roll, and Mars will down it at the 24 as Orhowski down to put hand a ball, and McKeesport gets it back with 24 seconds left. McKeesport, big playability all night long, 24 seconds. Keon breaks one here on the first play, which I imagine that is going to be the call. It's all about what happens here on first down. We've seen 50-plus yard runs multiple times by the big man Spell. Can Keon do it once again? 4 drives, 4 touchdowns. Mars cannot afford to allow anything late. Spell on the reverse. It's Javian Robinson getting the edge and getting out of bounds over the 30, shy of the 35, as they try some trickery with the clock dwindling down to just 17 seconds remaining. Nine Tiger first downs in this opening half. Still 17 seconds and 1 timeout remaining after the first down carry for Javian Robinson. First offensive play for Javian here tonight. Robinson will flank out far side. Keon Spell near side, along with the likes of Everett. Bierman the back. So Keon lined up at wide receiver. As double move, Spell wide open, got it in stride. Keon Spell does it again. The shimmy shake, and he goes the distance, 66 yards. Keon Spell, unstoppable. As Spell absolutely putting on a first half masterclass. Incredible, the double move by Spell, and Keon makes it a 24-point game. Four touchdowns tonight for Spell. Matt Miller, his 4th passing touchdown of the season. And Tigers will have to take a timeout as Heasley was not out on that field. 24 seconds. They didn't even need it all. 16 seconds is all it took. $76 yards in 16 seconds. In this McKeesport offense, it's the real deal. This team proving last week was a fluke. $34 first half points, and Heasley makes it 35. 5 drives, 5 scores, and a 35-10 McKeesport lead as Mars unable to get anything going here tonight. 10 points for Mars, but they've given up 35 in the opening half. It's been an incredible opening half for Keon Spell. And all the big runs for the #1 running back in the nation, but really that move he made on the near side was one of the best you're going to see as Keon Spell shook free. And Matt Miller, who doesn't pass the ball all that much, first throw by Miller tonight, second drop back attempt. He is now 42 for 90, and he's up over 470 yards, 485 now to be exact for Matt Miller in his senior season for the first-year starter with touchdown number 4 as Mars has Jakob and Heim back deep to receive, and McKeesport who in the first 3 meetings between these two squads has averaged 35.3 points per game, as the ball eventually corralled by Krasinski, as Krasinski able to avoid disaster, but something that's been a commonality all season long is an injury for McKeesport, and that's what we have on this kickoff. McKeesport, as I mentioned, though, averaging 35.3 points per game against Mars in their career lifetime. They've only played 3 times all since 2022, and they have already surpassed 30 in this opening half. They have 35 in this opening half here tonight. Mars held to 10, which is also surpassing their average on the season, in their career against the McKeesport Tigers. But this has been a stout defense for the Fightin' Planets, averaging just 10 points against per game. Well, they've given up 25-point advantage for the McKeesport Tigers, as again they tend to the injured Tiger on the field, as McKeesport up 35-10, 35 first half points. Again, this Mars Fightin' Planet team gave up 7, 13, 10, 19, 21, and back-to-back shutouts, as Eugene Wright, the injured McKeesport Tiger, and he'll be helped off to the near sideline. Mars coaches have left the press box, so that can only predict that we will see a knee to end the opening half here for Mars, as Mars has the football at their own 31-yard line. So victory set, and it's anything but victory in this first half for Mars. So McKeesport, a dominating opening half of play here on MVI Live. 35-10. We'll tell you how we got there, and then we'll head to the half with our interview with Keon Spell of the McKeesport Tigers, who has been absolutely spell-sational tonight. As on 4th and 3 on the opening drive, McKeesport able to pick up the first down. Miller needed 3, got 3. Then a 35-yard run by Akeem Cochran would set up the 8-yard touchdown run by Spell. After a 3-and-out, Tigers would get the ball back, go 51 yards and 252. 44-yard run by Spell would set up his 5-yard touchdown. The Mars Fightin' Planets, though, would get on the board on drive number 2, as Uriznik would find Brennan for 15. Then on 4th and 7, he would go to Hine for 16 before Garvin would run it in from 1 yard away, cutting the deficit down to 7. But the Tigers right back on the board. 30 and 8. Bierman would pick up 8, and then a 25-yard touchdown run by Spell before Yoakum would block the PAT, making it 20-7, and Mars was able to get back on the board. A big hitter for 34, Uriznik to Heim, but on 4th and 6, they'd be forced to go to the 28-yard field goal, and Nezovic would knock it through, making it a 20-10 ball game at that point. But the Tigers would score the last 14 or make it 15 points of the half in the final 3:19. 17 and 51-yard runs by Spell would set up Everett's 1-yard touchdown. And then after a quick punt, it was a 66-yard pitch and catch. Miller to Spell for the touchdown, making it 35-10. And have yourself a half for the 5-star Keon Spell. 9-8 first downs in favor of the Tigers. Penalties, 4 for McKeesport, 3 for Mars, and it's 35-10 at that. When we come back, we'll sit down with Keon Spell in our B Graphics halftime interview here on MVI Live.
Transform your home or business with Pittsburgh's go-to painting experts, Weiser Painting Company. Locally owned and operated, our team is committed to delivering top-tier craftsmanship with integrity, reliability, and professionalism. From the first consultation to the final brushstroke, we ensure a seamless, stress-free experience. Whether you're refreshing your home's interior or protecting your commercial property, you can count on us. Call today for your free quote at 412-559-8515. Weiser Painting Company, lasting quality and superior service. There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? Three-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Menneson. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community, and More. This is Alex Lyons, and most of you know me as the voice of MVI Live, but that's only part of the story. I'm also the youth director of the Ignite Middle School and High School Youth Group at the Christian Center Church, and I would like to personally invite you to join me and my team starting Wednesday, September 10th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. at 130 Charity Lane for fun, fellowship, and the Word of God. I can't wait to see you there. For more information, call or text me at 724-562-3248.
Douglas Education Center is right here at home, fast, focused, and hands-on. Our short-term programs take you from the classroom to a career in months, not years. With small classes, real equipment, and instructors who've done the work, you'll build the skills you need for a family-sustainable future. From day one to hired, we're in your corner. Douglas Education Center, changing lives every day. Start now at dec.edu.
For 30 years of experience, RTI Insurance Services is the clear choice in insurance providers for both individuals and businesses. At RTI, we've been upholding the highest standard of fiduciary responsibility for our clients. For your insurance needs, contact Mike Williamson at 724-263-0359. RTI Insurance Services, we've got you covered.
Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta in Bell Vernon, always homemade with the freshest ingredients, is a must-try in the Mon Valley. Open Wednesday and Thursday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Friday and Saturday from 11 to 9, and Sundays from 11 to 7. Dine in and take out available. We are pleased to also offer catering for whatever big events you have planned. Call us today at 724-633-0174. Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta, only feeding our customers with the very best. Whether it's finding the perfect home, negotiating the best deal, or walking you through each step with care, Realtor Janelle Carpenter will show up with excellence every time, even when no one's watching, because quality matters and so do you. So if you're looking for the best home buying and selling experience, make sure you call Realty One Gold Standard agent Janelle Carpenter at 724-797-1675. If you're ready to buy or sell, call Janelle.
Back here, halftime on MVI Live. It's our B Graphics halftime interview with Keon Spell of the McKeesport Tigers. First off, Keon, appreciate you working through this with me and getting this done before the game here. But number one player in the state, number one running back in the nation, and a top 20 player in the entire country. What does that mean to you just to hear that?
It means a lot. It took a lot of hard work to get up here and do what I had to do. I'm just going to keep working and get number one in every category for it. That's how I look at everything.
So, Keon, obviously, McKeesport, a rich history. Just the second player in 40 years to start as a freshman here at McKeesport. Last one ended up playing on Sundays. Kind of what does that mean to you that your coaches from such a young age trusted to put you on this football field?
You know, it meant a lot. You know, they really didn't trust me on offense, so I got my time to shine on defense, and I did at safety. Then they put me on offense. Then I got my time to shine there. You know, ever since then, I just been up and up more after that. So, you know, I'm thankful for them for moving me up to get this opportunity, and, you know, it's been good.
So you got a chance early on in your career to play with your big brother Keith. What was that like, just getting to go through this first year with your brother Keith before he went to the next level?
You know, it was good, you know, getting experience from him. You know, he told me coming up to high school it wasn't going to be easy. You know, I didn't listen to him until it actually happened in the game. And, you know, I just want to thank him. And, you know, also I got a brother coming with me next year too, so that would be good.
So how great is that you get not just one but two different brothers you're going to get the ability to play with before you graduate?
It's going to be good. You know, something that I was looking for growing up my whole life, you know, because I really get to play with them in Little League because we were always different ages. But, you know, high school is a different level. We get 4 years, 3 years. So I'm happy he got to get moved up with me too next year, and we're going ball.
So for you, obviously starting as a freshman or playing as a freshman, starting last year, this year, and so many eyes always on you, it seems like. How do you deal with that pressure or embrace that pressure to put on the best product you can on the field?
I try to stay comfortable doing everything. You know, I have my dad help me with a lot of stuff because, you know, like you said, it gets overwhelming, and, you know, it gets to a point where everybody's blowing my phone up, hitting me up. So, you know, I have my dad help me out a lot.
So just like I did, you know, to get this so we could, you know, share more info about you.
No, you're good.
But, Keon, obviously, you committed going into your sophomore season to Penn State. So right now a Nittany Lion commit. What was the kind of thought process behind you committing early on in the process?
It was just the love and the coaches. I only been up to Penn State, you know. It was just something I loved up there in the home. It felt like home for when I went up there a couple times. Before I got the offer, I went up there a couple times, and then after I got the offer, I went up for the Whiteout game, and it felt like home. So I just, you know, made the decision to commit there, and I'm so happy I'm committed there right now still.
So for you, obviously, you've been to a couple of championship games 2 years in already. Bridesmaid both times. What do you guys have to do this season to take that next step and become a district champion?
I would say overcome all the adversity we've been facing. You know, we have a rough season every time, so, you know, something I'm looking forward to do, being a leader and coming and getting over adversity and just being a leader on the field. You know, with my team, you know, when we get down, I have to be the person to step up for them.
So for you, what are some ways you can take that leadership role and really lead by example out on the field?
I would just say my communication. You know, when something goes wrong, I'm always the first one to be there to communicate everything, to calm things down. So, you know, that's something I'm looking forward to doing more and more throughout the season, and, you know, it just started.
So obviously every great athlete, every great success story gets a start somewhere. For you, where did your start in football come?
When I was little, I was 6 years old. You know, I was always running the ball. I got the ball one time, and I went to the outside, and my dad just knew I was a running back ever since. And ever since that, I've just been getting the ball, you know, see where my talent's at now.
So this group at McKeesport, obviously, you know, so much talent every single year. How much fun is it to get to play with just so many other great athletes and kind of continue that rich tradition that has come out of McKeesport?
You know, it's good. I'm playing with the guys I grew up with, so, you know, we've been having communication, chemistry like that for my whole life. So, you know, it's great to play with them, and hopefully we can continue that in college.
So, you know, speaking of continuing that in college, obviously a standout wide receiver on this team, one of the top 15 receivers in the nation, and I saw he will be also having a visit at Penn State where you're committed to. How fun would that be, you know, if the cards fall to take that trip from Friday nights to Saturdays?
So, you know, I'm trying to get him to go there right now. We're going up there this week together, actually, on Saturday. So hopefully I can get him to commit there at this game, and we're just going to keep moving forward from there. That's been my guy since I was little, so I'm happy for him, and he's happy for me, and we've just been close ever since.
Tyke got you, and now you're going to get Robinson. Maybe the family just continues to grow up there in Happy Valley. But for you, you said, obviously, you're already the number one player in the state. You're already the number one running back in the nation and a top 15 player ranked nationally. But obviously the type of guy it seems like you are, that's not enough. What do you have to do? Because it seems like you're going for number one overall.
So I'm just going to ball on the field. You know, my talent speaks louder than my words. So every time I ball on the field, I feel like I'm just going to get up there higher and higher on the list. So, you know, that's something I'm looking forward to do all season is just balling.
So one interesting thing, you know, we talked about, you know, freshmen don't start. Underclassmen don't play at McKeesport. It is a special honor just with the talent that comes out of this, you know, great program. For you, you have the rarity that you're now entering your third year of being a valuable piece of this team. You know, how much does that help the young guys and the not necessarily young guys, but the first-year starters? Obviously, you know, your new quarterback in Matt Miller, you know, but he was a linebacker last year, quarterback this year. You know, you've went through this process now multiple times, new man, kind of calling the signals. So how do you have that
how does that, help you in your leadership kind of qualities that you've been there and done that every step of the way?
Yeah, so like you said, young guys don't get to play. So once the young guy gets in, I have to be there to help him out in the game. My quarterback, he's been here since, and I'm happy for him that he got the good quarterback, and me and him have been like tight since, and he's handing me the ball off, so I got to be there for him when it's time for him to pass the ball.
So Keon, Friday night, normal week, what does it look like? What's your game day routine? Anything you got to do to get yourself ready to go for a Friday night game?
Yeah, I would say probably listen to music. I just like listening to music. It gets me pumped up, for the games, and that's really much it.
Anything specific that you got to listen to? Any go-to songs?
No, I listen to about everything.
So, Keon, obviously, goal, win a district title,
yes, sir.
Win a state title.
Yep.
What would that mean to you finishing your junior season with both of those?
It would mean a lot. We've made it to the ship and haven't won in like several years from now. So it would be a pleasure to win this year and next year. So that's what we're coming for these next 2 years.
So one last question for you. Obviously, you've become a very well-known figure in the McKeesport area, in the nation, obviously in general. But maybe what's something unique about you? What's something maybe people don't know about you right now?
I don't like to go outside. I don't party. I have 11 siblings too. So I'm just a chill guy. I don't go outside. I don't do other things. I just play football and go home and ball. That's it.
So kind of keeping your mind focused on football. Is that what has made you think?
Yeah.
Part of what's made you into who you are, and then obviously you've had family that's kind of shown you the way ahead of time too.
Yeah. So like you said, once I got pulled up to 9th grade, everything got real. So I couldn't do the things I was doing in middle school and was trying to do in high school because I got moved up. So everything got bigger and bigger. So that's really much it.
Keon, I really appreciate your time. Can't wait to see what you do, not just the rest of your junior and senior season, but the future's very bright, and can't wait to see what you do on Saturdays and hopefully Sundays in the future.
Yes, sir.
Again, Keon Spell, future Nittany Lion, #1 player in the state, #1 back in the nation, looking to put on another show here for the McKeesport Tigers. When we come back, it will be half number 2 right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live. This has been your halftime interview with Keon Spell, powered by B Graphics right here on MVI Live.
Hoods Up Quick Lube. It's time for a change. For years, you've been told to keep your vehicle running in peak condition with regular scheduled maintenance. But fitting it into your schedule can be a real hassle. You need a place that offers oil and filter changes, tire repair and rotation, light bulb and wiper replacements, and more. And it's all done quickly and correctly. For additional information, browse our website, give us a call, or come see us today.
Louis O's Discount Warehouse, a fresh new name with the same great people and same crazy deals. Veteran owned and operated, located at 1800 Shoemaker in Monessen. Specializing in home remodeling, our products are priced at 50% or less than the retail stores, making us your one-stop remodeling jackpot. Whether you've shopped with us for years or it's your first visit, we can't wait to see you at Louis O's Discount Warehouse. Transform your home or business with Pittsburgh's go-to painting experts, Weiser Painting Company. Locally owned and operated, our team is committed to delivering top-tier craftsmanship with integrity, reliability, and professionalism. From the first consultation to the final brushstroke, we ensure a seamless, stress-free experience. Whether you're refreshing your home's interior or protecting your commercial property, you can count on us. Call today for your free quote at 412-559-8515. Weiser Painting Company, lasting quality and superior service. It's time to customize your ride with TC Customized in Jefferson Hills. Wheels, rims, and tires, along with lift kit and lowering kits, full service auto detailing, along with custom audio systems, remote starts, alarms, custom lighting, tints, and so much more. Whatever your need is, you can completely customize your ride today at TC Customize. Call today at 412-384-5300.
Located in Belle Vernon, Pennsylvania, Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness has been serving the community for years. From teenage athletes to elderly rehabs, your health is their mission. Serving through passion, purpose, and new technology, Emilio and his team are skilled, dedicated, and led by faith because they believe God works through people. Focused on true healing, not medicating pain. You don't need insurance, just the intention to value your health. Be proactive, not reactive, by calling Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness.
The best local coverage of news, sports, and more. Make sure you subscribe to the Mon Valley Independent newspaper. Both print and e-edition subscriptions are available, and you can try the e-edition free for 30 days starting today. So make sure you log on to MonValleyIndependent.com for more information. Mon Valley Independent. What happens here matters here. Mark's Court Time, conveniently located at 95 Enterprise Street, Elizabeth, Pennsylvania, was recently voted one of the top 10 indoor facilities in the state. With 3 basketball courts, 4 volleyball courts, 3 futsal arenas, and an indoor batting cage, we are equipped for any sports practice or tournament. We also host gatherings and birthday parties in our 20,000 square foot building. We are looking forward to seeing you there. Contact us today at 412-853-5408 or email us at dmarkscourttime@gmail.com. Direct Jewelers in Mirabella Boutique is South Hill's premier diamond and engagement center. We are dedicated to providing top quality jewelry at wholesale pricing, offering the lowest price on jewelry and jewelry repair in the area, along with paying the highest cash price for gold, silver, and diamonds. Whether it's a cozy gathering or a festive celebration, we have the perfect jewelry for everyone. Come explore our stunning collection today and find your new favorite piece at Direct Jewelers in Mirabella Boutique. The 2005 McKeesport Tiger District and State Champion team being honored 20 seasons later here tonight. They've accomplished what the current McKeesport team has aspirations to do this year, which is claim a district and state crown. They've been the bridesmaid the last 2 years, and they have come out and put on a show in this opening half. They lead the 4A number 1 squad Mars 35-10. They have touched the ball 5 times. They have scored 5 touchdowns, 4 of them by Spell. Opening drive, 4th and 3. Miller would convert, and then a 35-yard run by Cochran would set up the 8-yard run by Spell, as they'd go 54 yards in 3.5 minutes, making it 7-0. After a 3 and out, the Tigers would strike again. This time they would do it in 2:52. Spell from 44 would set up his 5-yard touchdown run, but then the Planets would get on the board. A 15-yard pitch and catch. Uriznik to Brennan, and then a 16-yard reception on 4th and 7. As Uriznik found Hine, eventually leading to the Garvin touchdown, making it 14-7. But the Tigers would strike once more on 3rd and 8. Bierman would pick up the line to gain, setting up the Keon Spell 25-yard touchdown run, making it 20-7 after the blocked PAT. And Mars would answer with 3 of their own on a 28-yard Nesevich field goal, making it 20-10, but 15 unanswered to end the half for the Tigers, as they would score twice in the final 3:19. Keon Spell runs of 17 and 51 would set up the 1-yard Everett touchdown run, and Spell would run it in for the 2, making it 28-10. After a punt, Keon Spell was hit on the 66-yard streak down the near side, and the Tigers would go 76 yards in 16 seconds. A run by Robinson, the pass to Spell, 35-10 at the break, as the Tigers out in front. As again, the team being honored on the football field right now. They've accomplished what the 2025 Tigers hope to do. They were the last McKeesport Tiger team to win district gold. Tigers have been there the last 2 years and fallen short. They're hoping they get back this year, and they're hoping the 3rd time is the charm. As we get set
to get ready for half number 2. The number 1 back in the country. 13 carries, 170, and 3 rushing touchdowns with 1 reception for 66 yards and another score. Keon also a TFL tonight as we get set for half number 2. When we come back, it's the Fighting Planets to get the football to start half number 2 right here on MVI Live.
There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Menneson. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community, and More. This is Alex Lyons, and most of you know me as the voice of MVI Live, but that's only part of the story. I'm also the youth director of the Ignite Middle School and High School Youth Group at the Christian Center Church, and I would like to personally invite you to join me and my team starting Wednesday, September 10th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. at 130 Charity Lane for fun, fellowship, and the Word of God. I can't wait to see you there. For more information, call or text me at 724-562-3248. Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta in Bell Vernon, always homemade with the freshest ingredients, is a must-try in the Mon Valley. Open Wednesday and Thursday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Friday and Saturday from 11 to 9, and Sundays from 11 to 7. Dine in and take out available. We are pleased to also offer catering for whatever big events you have planned. Call us today at 724-633-0174. Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta, only feeding our customers with the very best.
Douglas Education Center is right here at home, fast, focused, and hands-on. Our short-term programs take you from the classroom to a career in months, not years. With small classes, real equipment, and instructors who've done the work, you'll build the skills you need for a family-sustainable future. From day one to hired, we're in your corner. Douglas Education Center, changing lives every day. Start now at dec.edu.
For 30 years of experience, RTI Insurance Services is the clear choice in insurance providers for both individuals and businesses. At RTI, we've been upholding the highest standard of fiduciary responsibility for our clients. For your insurance needs, contact Mike Williamson at 724-263-0359. RTI Insurance Services, we've got you covered.
Whether it's finding the perfect home, negotiating the best deal, or walking you through each step with care, Realtor Janelle Carpenter will show up with excellence every time, even when no one's watching, because quality matters and so do you. So if you're looking for the best home buying and selling experience, make sure you call Realty One Gold Standard agent Janelle Carpenter at 724-797-1675. If you're ready to buy or sell, call Janelle.
What's up, Quick Lube? It's time for a change. For years, you've been told to keep your vehicle running in peak condition with regular scheduled maintenance. But fitting it into your schedule can be a real hassle. You need a place that offers oil and filter changes, tire repair and rotation, light bulb and wiper replacements, and more. And it's all done quickly and correctly. For additional information, browse our website, give us a call, or come see us today.
Located in Bell Vernon, Pennsylvania, Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness has been serving the community for years. From teenage athletes to elderly rehabs, your health is their mission. serving through passion, purpose, and new technology. Emilio and his team are skilled, dedicated, and led by faith because they believe God works through people, focused on true healing, not medicating pain. You don't need insurance, just the intention to value your health. Be proactive, not reactive, by calling Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness.
Louis O's Discount Warehouse, a fresh new name with the same great people and same crazy deals. Veteran owned and operated, located at 1800 Shoemaker in Monessen. Specializing in home remodeling, our products are priced at 50% or less than the retail stores, making us your one-stop remodeling jackpot. Whether you've shopped with us for years or it's your first visit, we can't wait to see you at Louis O's Discount Warehouse. The best local coverage of news, sports, and more. Make sure you subscribe to the Mon Valley Independent newspaper. Both print and e-edition subscriptions are available, and you can try the e-edition free for 30 days starting today. So make sure you log on to MonValleyIndependent.com for more information. Mon Valley Independent. What happens here matters here. Transform your home or business with Pittsburgh's go-to painting experts, Weiser Painting Company. Locally owned and operated, our team is committed to delivering top-tier craftsmanship with integrity, reliability, and professionalism. From the first consultation to the final brushstroke, we ensure a seamless, stress-free experience. Whether you're refreshing your home's interior or protecting your commercial property, you can count on us. Call today for your free quote at 412-559-8515. Weiser Painting Company, lasting quality and superior service. It's time to customize your ride with TC Customized in Jefferson Hills. Wheels, rims, and tires, along with lift kit and lowering kits, full service auto detailing, along with custom audio systems, remote starts, alarms, custom lighting, tints, and so much more. Whatever your need is, you can completely customize your ride today at TC Customized. Call today at 412-384-5300. Mark's Court Time, conveniently located at 95 Enterprise Street, Elizabeth, Pennsylvania, was recently voted one of the top 10 indoor facilities in the state. With 3 basketball courts, 4 volleyball courts, 3 futsal arenas, and an indoor batting cage, we are equipped for any sports practice or tournament. We also host gatherings and birthday parties in our 20,000 square foot building. We are looking forward to seeing you there. Contact us today at 412-853-5408 or email us at dmarkscourttime@gmail.com. 35-10, Mars will get the football to start, but they're down by 25. A stop and score would most likely put a proverbial nail in the Fightin' Planet's coffin, and the Tigers would roll to victory. But Mars trying to make this a ball game yet. Down by 25 as Mars has scored on 2 of their 4 full drives tonight. Punts on the other 2. No turnovers in this ball game. Keon Spell 173 on the ground, 66 receiving and 4 total touchdowns, and a TFL for a loss of 7 on that opening drive. As McKeesport's come out, they've made a statement from the start, and they're looking to finish what they've started as we start the 3rd chapter of this one. Here on MVI Live, the Tigers will kick off to the Fightin' Planets of Mars. Up by 25, halfway home. 24 down, 24 to go. Heim and Yoakum back deep to receive. Yoakum near side, Heim far side. If you're Mars, you'd like to see Yoakum get a little more active along with Heim, who's had a couple of big catches in this one. As Miller squibs it, up man falls on it at the 45-yard line, and that's where Mars will take over. As falling on the football there was Caulfield.
Ball up at the 45. That's where Mars will start here in half number 2. Double H-back right, Krasinski and Garvin as Uriznik looks to throw, and an incredible catch by Heim. He's able to haul it in with the fingertips. One of the best grabs you're gonna see. Sensational pitch and catch down to the 19. "36 yards on the first play. Uriznik right on a rope, and Heim bailed him out. Quick hitter, incomplete. Looking for Ethan Krasinski. He's been targeted twice. 2 he probably should have had, as Krasinski can't haul that one in, but the Planets right down the field to the 19. Huge pitch and catch. 11:15 remaining here in the third frame. 35-10. McKeesport on top of Mars, trying to cut into this deficit as Krasinski motions right to left. Yoakum gets the call right up the gut, has a hole left side, tripped up as Brian Jones stopped him in the hole after a gain of 5. And it's going to be third down, 5 to go here for the Fightin' Planet offense. After the big hitter to start, and you imagine Mars 2 downs here to get 5 yards. As Heim will wander out far side, near side, going to be the likes of Smith Dunaway, the 6'1 junior. Yoakum the back, flanking left side of Colin Uriznik. Uriznik across the middle, diving grab once again. Heim down to the 1. A pickup of 14, and it's first and goal. As up the gut, Garvin times 2. Second rushing touchdown by Garvin, and Mars goes right down the field. 2 big catches by Heim and a 2-yard touchdown run by Garvin. Second time Garvin's got into the end zone tonight. His 4th rushing touchdown of the season for Garvin. Jamison Garvin on the eve before a visit at Akron. Picks up a pair of touchdowns and cuts the deficit to 35-17. So Mars right down the field, 55 yards on the opening drive of half number 2. 10:13 remaining in this opening half. .146 into the end zone. The Fightin' Planets trying to fight back in this one. McKeesport, though, they have got the ball 5 times. In all 5 times, it has resulted in a touchdown. We've seen some squibs, some kicks out of bounds on the last few by the Fightin' Planets. And Nezovich with Keon Spell back deep near side of Keem Cochran on the far side. Frank Nezovich has it teed up. No time like the present if you're Mars to get stop number 1 of the game as Nezovich angles near side. Spell from the 18. Keon Spell goes the width of the field. Cuts up the gut as Spell. Gonna get out to the 44-yard line. As Spell stopped down on his way down the left side by Ray Chase, the junior. From their own 44 with 10:03 remaining here in quarter number 3. First drive of the second half for Coach Matt Miller's bunch. Trying to go 4-0 lifetime against the Mars Fighting Planets. Miller under center. Ball on the ground, and the Planets have it. Mars has it. It's a takeaway for the Fighting Planets. As on the football is Gabe Dental. One play and a botched handoff. And just like that, the Planets have new life. So a fumbled handoff recovered by Dental. First time the Tigers have been stopped today. .9:57, quarter number 3. Ball lies on the Tiger 45. That's penalty before we start. Mars with the ball, down 35-17. Looking to make this a ball game here in the third. Already struck on their opening drive, a 2-yard touchdown run by Jamison Garvin. After the penalty, ball back to the 49-yard line. First down and 15, 9:57 remaining here in the third. High pass, and it's batted away as the Tigers able to knock it away from Brady Brennan. It was Nycierone. As the 5'9" senior. Second and 15 from the 49. First turnover on the game was a botched handoff. Ball went on the deck, and first time we've seen either team cough it up tonight. Double H-back look, now going in motion, that's Krasinski. And whistle blows before the snap back to Uriznik. Second penalty of this drive, which started at the McKeesport 44. Handoff up the gut. Yoakum cuts it outside. Yoakum has the edge. Yoakum down the near side. One man to beat. Stutters inside. Keeps his footing. Lost the football, but down at the 2. Aiden Yoakum finally gets loose. Trying to shake away from Javian Robinson. Lost the ball, but was down at the 2-yard line. See where they officially mark Yoakum. They put it back down to the 4. That's right side, no room to run. A 40-yard run by Yoakum. Yoakum up the chute, and Yoakum into the end zone. Aiden Yoakum, first time tonight, finds pay dirt for Mars as it's touchdown number 12 on the ground for the senior. Aiden Yoakum sets up his own score as Yoakum from 4 yards away. And it's back-to-back touchdown drives by the Fighting Planets. Third rushing touchdown of the night for Mars. 8:41 remaining here in the third quarter, and 14 unanswered for Mars. Make it 35-24. It's an 11-point lead for McKeesport. So just like that, the Fighting Planets right back in this one. As Mars takes it 45 yards. They went backwards a little bit, but eventually got going in the right direction thanks to Aiden Yoakum. Two sub-2-minute drives for Mars. Has it back to an 11-point game. Two-possession affair here. And the Tigers will get the football back, as they scored on their first 5 drives but coughed it up on their 6th of the night. Botched handoff between Matt Miller and Keon Spell. So now they'll try to get things back right and get back into the end zone. Up 35-24. 2 scores unanswered for the Mars Fighting Planets to start half number 2. Spell will shift far side. Akeem Cochran near side as a little pooch right to the midfield stripe, and Swindle able to haul it in. So McKeesport takes over at the 50. 8:39, quarter number 3. McKeesport with the football, up by 11, but 14 unanswered by the Planets after McKeesport ended the first half with 15 unanswered. Miller under center, hand on the turf for Spell. Keon won't get the call, or yes he will. Not much room to run for Spell as Keon gets 2. Direct snap, Spell left side, but false start first. As McKeesport was going Wildcat with Spell. 35-24, Tigers lead, but McKeesport going backwards. 14 straight for Mars as we've got ourselves a ball game here from McKeesport. 7:55 clock rolling, going to be second down and 13 as Matt Miller, last year starting linebacker, as he'll flank out in that tight end position right side. Look like movement again for McKeesport as they got an early start. Maybe Doherty's on the near side, and 10 straight yards marked backwards due to back-to-back false start penalties, and see if Coach Matt Miller abandons the Wildcat after back-to-back failures of getting the ball snapped. So back-to-back penalties on the McKeesport Tigers puts them at second down and 18 as they're behind the sticks here. 7:12 remaining in the third. They've been outscored 14-0. As handoff, Spell cuts back inside. He'll get to the 45, up to the 44 as he was forced back inside by the left end in Chase Stamper as the junior forced Spell right back to the chute. Four-yard gain there for Keon Spell, and now it's third down and 14. Miller in the gun, Spell flanking, quick hitter. Keon to the edge, blows up a man. It was Yoakum, but Yoakum still able to trip him up. Shy of the line to gain. A Spell will get over the 50 to the 48-yard line. Seven yards on the reception. As Aiden Yoakum was able to stop Spell. And it's going to be fourth down and 7. As Miller looks to throw. Miller, a wobbler towards Robinson, and a flag comes in. Pass was intended for Robinson. And pass interference on Smith Dunaway. So Tigers get bailed out on the PI. Well, Javian Robinson hauled that in. So incredible grab somehow through the pass interference for Robinson. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Tigers. As handoff off the edge, Akeem Cochran. The Planets run into each other. And there's Cochran into the end zone, 33 yards away. Akeem Cochran finds a payday, and the Tigers back on the board. The planets did not align. A crash in the Mars solar system results in 6 for Cochran. So Akeem Cochran gets in the end zone, and the Tigers back on the board here in the second half. As Heasley drills it up and drills it home. So the Tigers answer back with one more. Akeem Cochran, and it's 42-24. So McKeesport increases the advantage. 42-24, Tigers lead with 5:07 remaining here in the third. 50-yard drive for McKeesport. (14-7) Tigers have been outscored by Mars here in the third, but McKeesport gets another touchdown. Akeem Cochran's third rushing touchdown of the season has McKeesport on top 42-24 here in the third frame. 5:07 remaining in the third with Abe Miller getting set to kick off. Miller drills one back as Yoakum off the hop, bounces near side and dives forward over the 25 to the 26-yard line. Adam Yoakum broke off a big run last time by. 5:01 remaining here in the third quarter. Mars 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in the second half. 2-yard run by Jamison Garvin. 4-yard run by Yoakum. This one from their own 26, it will start. Worst starting field position today for Mars. Trips up top, one back look. Urisnik gives way. Yoakum cuts up the gut into the arms of Mike Wright Jr., but not before he bounces up over the 30. Give him the 33 on first down. Second down and a trio to go for the Planets offense. As Yoakum's had some nice holes to run through here in this second half. As the senior starting to get some chunk plays here off the edge. Bierman will come. Right up the middle goes Yoakum into the waning arms of that defensive line. As on the stop is Matt Sibilia, the 6'1", 257 senior. And it's going to be third down and 3 to go for Mars. Down 42-24. 4:12 rolling clock here in the third. Mars trying to go 3 for 3 in this second half. Big run by Yoakum. Big catches by Heim this half. And a recovery of a fumble by Dental. Yoakum, third time in a row, and picks up the line to gain as he gets to the 39-yard line to move the chains. Play action. Uriznik across the middle finds his man Krasinski. And Krasinski up to the 39. Give him the 38-yard line, now even the 37. "19-yard pitch and catch." Fake the first pass, now just throws it away. As Uriznik threw it, nobody home. Closest man, Robinson. No flag will fall with 3:02 remaining here in the third. And, going back to that play that moved the sticks on third down for McKeesport before the touchdown, Robinson was knocked down to the ground by Dunaway. Ball was deflected off Robinson's hand. As he fell on his back, the ball fell right on top of him. That's how he was able to haul that one in. As quick hitter behind Heim, he'll come back to the ball, and Heim will have to work to get -1 yards on that play, as it's going to be third down and 11 as a pass behind Heim by Colin Uriznik. 42-24, down to 2:40 remaining, rolling third quarter clock. 14-7, Mars outscoring McKeesport here in the third. Trips near side, twin receivers up top, empty set for Uriznik, 5 receiver spread. Uriznik, down he goes! Caden Daniels, the senior, with the sack back at the 45. Third and 11, Daniels the sack. Back to the 45, a loss of 7. And Mars going to punt on 4th and 18 from the 45. Barring a fake here. 1:48 remaining. Not enough players on the field. Some are going to come in late. And delay a game, so Mars Planets back 5 more. So a drive that started at their own 26, picked up some big first downs and moved the chains, will end at the 50-yard line on 4th down and 23, 1.5 on the clock. As Uriznik kicks it back, Spell from the 14. Keon makes one miss. Now Keon up the near side. Spell turning on the Jets. Nobody's going to get him. Keon Spell once more. Incredible. The #1 player in the state for a reason. 76 yards. Keon Spell. 86 all the way down. And Keon Spell finds the end zone once again. What can't Keon do? And unsportsmanlike on Spell. So Keon Spell makes it 48-24. Easily on to attempt the PAT. Rushing, receiving, punt return for a score, as Keon Spell has done it all. 5 touchdowns today. He scored 5 touchdowns against Mars last year. So Mars, right when they got back in it, Keon Spell and the Tigers break it back open. 49-24. Tigers in front with 1:08 remaining. Mars, one stop defensively, and it was on a McKeesport miscue, putting the ball on the ground. So the unsportsmanlike penalty on Spell after the punt return touchdown will be enforced back to the 25 for Abe Miller. So should be great starting field position for Mars. As Keon Spell, his first touchdown of the half, this one from 86 yards away on the punt return. Abe Miller popped up. Heim from the 45. Gabe Heim over the 50 as he'll power inside the 50 to the 48-yard line. And that's where Mars will start their next drive with 59 ticks of the clock remaining here in half number 2's quarter number 3. The Keon Spell show here tonight. Riznick in the gun, handoff up the gut, as powering forward Aiden Yoakum, give him a few, but once again, Caden Daniels right there on the stop, and it's going to be second down and around 8 to go here in the third. 48-24, McKeesport leading, make it 49. Clock down inside of 30 seconds in the third. Uriznik looks to throw across the middle. Hauled in by Garvin. He'll spin forward shy of the 40 to the 41-yard line. Bierman and Hudson there on the stop for the McKeesport Tigers. As that will do it, third chapter has come to a close. 49-24, Tigers lead. 3 frames down, 1 to go when we come back right here on MVI Live.
Whether it's finding the perfect home, negotiating the best deal, or walking you through each step with care, Realtor Janelle Carpenter will show up with excellence every time, even when no one's watching, because quality matters and so do you. So if you're looking for the best home buying and selling experience, make sure you call Realty One Gold Standard agent Janelle Carpenter at 724-797-1675. If you're ready to buy or sell, call Janelle. Louis O's Discount Warehouse, a fresh new name with the same great people and same crazy deals. Veteran owned and operated, located at 1800 Shoemaker in Monessen. Specializing in home remodeling, our products are priced at 50% or less than the retail stores, making us your one-stop remodeling jackpot. Whether you've shopped with us for years or
3 chapters written as we move to the fourth. 49-24, McKeesport leads it as Yoakum on 3rd and 3. Gets it to the 40. He needed the 38-yard line. So Mars will stare down the barrel of 4th down and 2. Fourth down and 2. Yoakum, right side. First he doesn't get there as he spun down off the edge. The Tiger defense stiffens. And once again, Caden Daniels meets Yoakum. and it's a turnover on downs. 11:24 remaining here in quarter number 4. Tigers from their own 40. Around the edge, Cochran gets the edge, flag flies. Cochran up over the 50, cuts inside 40 as Cochran, the sidestep and knocked down by Dental at the 40. But there is a flag back in the Tiger backfield in the vicinity of holding here in the 4th with 11:11 on the game clock. And holding will indeed be the call. So backwards go the McKeesport Tigers on the penalty. Back to their own 30-yard line. Mars 14 unanswered to start the 3rd, but the Tigers answered with 14 of their own, including that 86-yard touchdown return by Keon Spell. As first man through gets the call, and that is Keon Spell, so he'll pick up 1 on first down. Spell just 3 carries for 7 yards this half. 1 reception for 7 yards as well, but an 86-yard punt return. I guess the Tigers will take that. What can't this young man do? Again, still a full season of high school football left under the belt of Keon Spell, number 1 running back in the state, or in the country, number 1 player in the state, a consensus 5-star running back. As Miller rolls out, looks to throw. Miller fires it up. Cochran hauls it in as Cochran will get up to the 45-yard line and bring up 3rd down and 5. Pickup of 13. As great as Spell's been today, Akeem Cochran's had some big plays. A 35-yard and 33-yard run and a touchdown. Big reception there. Trips up top, 1 receiver and Colwood near side. Spell gets the handoff. Keon, first big run of the half. And Keon Spell will not be stopped. 55 and another one. Incredible and just unthinkable. This young man, they don't get better than him. Keon Spell, number 1 in the state, maybe number 1 in the nation, as he is absolutely showing off against a standout Mars defense. 55 yards. As Heasley puts it through. 56-24. So Keon Spell, yet another touchdown. Six touchdowns, Keon Spell, 4 on the ground, 1 receiving, 1 returning. .308 yards from offense, total yards counting the punt return, just the punt return touchdown, not the other returns Keon's had tonight. 394 total yards, and again, that's only counting the 1 punt return touchdown. So over 400 all-purpose yards tonight for Keon Spell. Squibber up the gut, hops to the 20. There's Yoakum waiting at the 21. Aiden Yoakum goes right side, forced out of bounds, 56-24. McKeesport out in front by a mile. (56-24), Tigers lead it. Offense all around. Most points Mars has ever scored against McKeesport. The problem is the most points the Tigers have ever scored against Mars. Previous high was 43. As Yoakum up the gut, give him 7. First time Mars has scored multiple touchdowns in a game, though, against McKeesport. But this is a McKeesport defense giving up just 18.1 points per game. They're going to move to 4-0 with Keon Spell playing a full game. The reason I say that is he did play about 3 plays against Thomas Jefferson, and if he plays that full game, completely different story. It's much of like what you've seen tonight. As Aiden Yoakum gets loose on the near side. Yoakum up over 100 yards tonight, as he'll get pushed out of bounds at the Tiger 48-yard line. (20-yard run by Yoakum. Risnick in the gun, 4-receiver set, puts it in the belly of Yoakum. As Yoakum breaks another one for 8, he'll get out to the 41-yard line. Like right on the stop, slow to get back to his feet. It's going to be Axe Winowich, as Winowich grabbing at his left leg. So Axe Winowich getting stretched out, cramping on the near side. Well, they tend to Winowich. We'll take a quick break. Come back. More coming at you when we come back right here on MVI Live.
There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Menneson. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community, and More.
.36, clock rolling in the 4th. Outcome is all but certain here. As quick hitter to Heim. Heim's going to pick up the first down, trying to make it look a little closer. As McKeesport, offensive onslaught. Keon Spell over 400 all-purpose yards tonight for the standout junior running back. And as I said, right now he's the #1 running back in the nation, number 8. Or #1 player in PA, but eventually possibly #1 player in the country, the way this young man is playing. He is absolutely incredible. As Risnick quick across the middle, and Dunaway can't haul it in. Mars has picked up 14 first downs, 24 points. The Fighting Planets averaging 29.8 per game. They're right on route with that. But the defense has been gashed. It's been like a hot knife through butter. As near side screen pass, Heim gonna be slammed down. As Swindle in the backfield with the TFL for the Tiger defense. Clock ticks down inside of 7 with 6:43 remaining here in quarter number 4. Tigers will move to 3-0 inside the Greater Allegheny Conference and 5-3 overall. Next week it's Indiana. Mars will look to bounce back versus Hampton. On 3rd and 11, Uriznik across the middle, sliding down, losing his footing, was Dunaway. 4th down, 11 to go. Tigers trying to force another turnover on downs like they did on Mars's last drive. That was at the 40-yard line, 3rd and 11. 6:09, 4th quarter. McKeesport scored on all but one drive tonight. That was on a botched handoff between Matt Miller and Keon Spell. One of the few Tigers to play as a freshman. And his talent shows you why. As Uriznik slammed down, it starts with Matt Sibilia. And Justin Powell helps the cause. A sack on 4th down. So Sibilia the sack, the turnover on downs. And now the Tigers take back over. 5:57 remaining here in quarter number 4. As McKeesport has some reserves in there now. Trips out far side. As right up the gut, short gain on 1st down for McKeesport. Doherty's going to check back in for the Tigers. Matt Miller under center, one back look for the Tigers. Clock down to 5:15, 2nd down and 7. As on the left side, that looks to be Jones, and he's going to be spun down by Dunaway on the far side. Make that Nedrin Jones, not Bryan, so a loss there. And an injured Planet on the far side. Looks to be cramping up. Does Heim for Mars. 56-24 your scores as they tend to Heim. We'll take a break right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live.
Douglas Education Center is right here at home, fast, focused, and hands-on. Our short-term programs take you from the classroom to a career in months, not years. With small classes, real equipment, and instructors who've done the work, you'll build the skills you need for a family-sustainable future. From day one to hired, we're in your corner. Douglas Education Center, changing lives every day. Start now at dec.edu.
56-24, 4:58 remaining here in the 4th. 3rd down and 8 for McKeesport. As Heim will work his way off under his own power. Miller in the gun on 3rd down and 8. Hand off up the left side, no room to run. Look like maybe Mackay Daniels got the call there. Or check that. As it was Brentley on the carry, and it's going to be a punt for the first time tonight for Abe Miller. So Miller will punt. First punt of the night for McKeesport comes with 3:43 remaining. As that one hops down at the 20, inside the 10, down to the 5, as it will wander to the 4-yard line. 56-24. A dandy of a punt by the Tigers, Abe Miller. So Yoakum, first team offense, stays on the field. And McKeesport has some reserves out there. 3:20 rolling clock as Tigers got their second stringers out. Hand off right side, Yoakum, no room to run. As the Tigers' second string stiffens on the left side. As McKeesport, doesn't matter who is out there playing with pride. As James Wattenpool, the sophomore, comes up to help on the stop. Second down and 10, 2:46 remaining. As Yoakum tries the near side, hits the hole. Yoakum steps inside, and Yoakum down the distance, down the near side. Nobody gonna get him as Yoakum takes off and takes his way to the end zone. As Aiden Yoakum, a late strike, his second of the game. As Yoakum all the way in, and the Planets put on one more. 91 yards on the scamper for Aiden Yoakum. As that one drilled, 56-31. Mars gets one back. So Yoakum, 91 yards, finds the end zone once more, and Yoakum makes it 56-31. 2:01 remaining here in the fourth. Again, next week versus Hampton for the Mars Fighting Planets for McKeesport at Indiana. 56-31, Tigers lead here as Yoakum, a garbage time touchdown, his second of the night. Back deep to receive, near side, going to be Javian Robinson. Everett on the far side. As pop back, Robinson from the 28. Javian Robinson gets the edge to the 40, 45, and forced out of bounds onto the Mars sideline. .123 rolling clock. McKeesport just crossing the T's, dotting the I's. One more snap, and that will do it. Tigers to 3-0 inside the conference. as they knock off Mars, handing the Fightin' Planets their second loss of the year. One more knee, 43 seconds to go, as Miller and the Tigers will move to 3-0 inside the conference as Miller takes a knee and they take it to the sideline. The Tigers dominate tonight. Keon Spell has himself a day, 56-31. Your final score as the Tigers up 14-0 after one. And they finish it off with a 56-31 victory. Tigers had more points in the opening half than the Planets had in the whole game as McKeesport takes it 56-31. Again, your final score here tonight as there's loss number 2 on the season for the Mars Fightin' Planets, and the Tigers moved up 5-3, 3-0. Your Weiser Painting Company player of the game coming back up after the conclusion of this one here on MVI Live.
With over 30 years of experience, RTI Insurance Services is the clear choice in insurance providers for both individuals and businesses. At RTI, we've been upholding the highest standard of fiduciary responsibility for our clients. For your insurance needs, contact Mike Williamson at 724-263-0359. RTI Insurance Services, we've got you covered.
Transform your home or business with Pittsburgh's go-to painting experts, Weiser Painting Company. Locally owned and operated, our team is committed to delivering top-tier craftsmanship with integrity, reliability, and professionalism. From the first consultation to the final brushstroke, we ensure a seamless, stress-free experience. Whether you're refreshing your home's interior or protecting your commercial property, you can count on us. Call today for your free quote at 412-559-8515. Weiser Painting Company, lasting quality and superior service.
Well, no surprise, Weiser Painting Company player of the game. Anybody could see it. It's the man himself, Keon Spell, with a spellsational evening. 3, make it 4 total rushing touchdowns, 1 receiving, and a punt return from 86 yards away, 235 yards on 17 carries and 4 touchdowns, 2 receptions, 73 yards and another score, and 86-yard punt return. Keon Spell over 400 all-purpose yards tonight for the number 1 player in the state of Pennsylvania. As the Mars Fighting Planets fall to the Tigers here in this semifinal rematch by a final score of 56-31. Tigers got off to a hot start, going 54 yards in 3 minutes and 24 seconds. On 4th and 3, Matt Miller was able to pick up 3 and pick up the first down, setting up a 35-yard run. Akeem Cochran down to the 8, and Keon Spell would finish off the drive with his first touchdown of the night. It was a 3-and-out, and on 3rd down, a loss of 7 thanks to Keon Spell, as he got a big TFL on the opening drive and then would come back out and pick up a 44-yard run, setting up his 5-yard touchdown run, 252, 51 yards, and a 14-0 Tiger lead. That would stand till the end of the first quarter. And with 1 second on the clock, they would work it down to the 2-yard line or make it the 1, would the Mars Fightin' Planets. On a 15-yard, Uriznik to Brendan pitch and catch. And on 4th and 7, Uriznik would find Hine for 16, leading to Garvin's 1-yard touchdown run on the first play of the second quarter, making it 14-7. But the Tigers, they'd go 3 for 3 on 3rd and 8. Bierman would pick up 8, and 25 yards later, Keon Spell would have the first half hat trick, making it 20-7 after the blocked PAT by Yoakum. Mars would get back on the board on their ensuing drive. Uriznik would find Hine for 34, and then on 4th and 6, they'd go for the 28-yard field goal, and Nezovich would cash in, making it 20-10. But in the final 3:19, the Tigers would score not once but twice. Keon a run of 17 and 51. The 51-yard scamper would set up the Tigers from the 1. 2 plays later, Everett into the end zone for the rushing touchdown. Spell would run in the 2-point conversion, making it 28-10 after a punt Miller would find Keon Spell for 66 yards and a score. 2 plays, 76 yards and 16 seconds. As McKeesport would go right down the field. A 10-yard run by Robinson, and then the 66-yard pitch and catch Miller to Spell, taking us to the half, making it 35-10. Mars would get the ball to start half number 2. They'd go 55 yards and 146. 36 yards on the first play. Uriznik to Heim on an incredible diving catch, and then he would grab a diving ball at the 13-yard line before Garvin would find Pater, making it 35-17. On the first play on the ensuing drive, not on the same page was Miller and Spell. Ball hit the turf, recovered by Dental, and 45-yard drive later, it was 35-24. Yoakum, a 40-yard run, would set up his 4-yard touchdown run. And just like that, it looked like we had a ball game. It was an 11-point game with 8:41 remaining in the third. But the Tigers would get the ball at the midfield stripe, and they'd take it 50 yards in 3.5 minutes. On 4th and 7, an incredible and improbable grab by Javian Robinson, fighting through the pass interference to make the catch for 14. And then a 33-yard touchdown run by Akeem Cochran to make it 42-24. Mars would get good starting, or would march it down from their own 26 into McKeesport real estate. But after some penalties and some miscues, it was 3rd down and 11, and Caden Daniels with the sack, a loss of 7. They would punt it away, and Keon Spell would take it 86 yards. It was a house call for Spell. 49-14 at that juncture after a turnover on downs. Spell would add one more on a 55-yard scamper right up the chute, ending his evening, making it 56-24. After a turnover on downs, thanks to a Sibilia sack and a Tiger punt, Yoakum would go 91 yards in garbage time to pick up his second touchdown of the night, making it 56-31 to end the game. Both running backs well over the century mark here in this one. Keon Spell, your Weiser Paint & Company player of the game, with over 400 all-purpose yards, 17 carries, 235 on the ground, and 4 rushing touchdowns, 73 receiving yards on 2 receptions and a score, and an 86-yard punt return touchdown with a TFL to boot. Tigers next week at Indiana, home versus Hampton for the Mars Fighting Planets. But that's all she wrote. McKeesport puts their stamp on this one as they have made a statement. This team, when healthy, looks near unbeatable, and Keon Spell was absolutely spell-sational tonight. Your Weiser Paint & Company player of the game, showing why he's number 1 in the state. 56-31 your final. On behalf of everyone here at MVI Live, I'm Alex Lyon saying thank you very much for joining me this evening from McKeesport High School as the Tigers pick up a statement win against the Mars Fighting Planets. 56-31, your final score, as the Tigers operate on all cylinders and claim the victory. Until next time, I'm Alex Lyon saying have a fantastic rest of your Friday evening and an incredible weekend, everybody. McKeesport 56, Mars 31, right here on MVI Live and Lions Heart Media.
This has been a presentation of Lions Heart Media on MVI Live.